And greetings, everyone. So, right, I want to clear this manually. And after that, I'm just going to clear stuff up. Then see the results of the work and see about automating stuff. Which will probably require a large amount of landscaping. I hope everyone's doing well this afternoon. Oh, I forgot. Before I forget, I need to start this. That way I'll be able to tell. Okay. Huh. I wonder if this might not be easier to do with the smaller truck. If nothing else, maybe have better control. Do the cleanup and maybe come back with a big one after that. This thing looks tiny. This thing is tiny in comparison. things like that. Like a button. Thank you very much for the fall. No poison. What would happen if I approach this? Try to slowly. Hey, Poison, am I just practicing pay dirt, or is my plan set up to run everything? I run everything up to a point. Can I even fit? Nope. Come on, come on! Really? Fine. There we go. I process pay dirt. I process blasted rock into gravel. And after, I'm set up to process iron. Well, actually, two. I've got the high temp smelter. This is just to gather excess. I need to redo the plant. It's a little clunky at the moment. That's for my gravel. Like, I don't process everything till the end. Like, I'm right now my plan is to clean this out, because I need the maneuvering space for my big boy. Then I need more blasted stone to make more cement. Then I will probably doing a auto smelter and all. Well, I need, once the cement is being processed, I'm gonna tear down the factory. I should have enough money from everything that's been turned to my gold, my diamonds, and my rubies. It should give me enough money to set everything up, hopefully. And I'm going to see how I can automate stuff, because right now my gold, my rubies, and my diamonds are being processed manually. And I think I'm at the point where it's getting to be more work than it's worth. So I'm going probably to automate as much of that as possible. The main issue that I see with how things are right now is that I don't want to turn iron into steel. And we don't have a way to split the iron out from everything else, which makes it difficult to do that, to just metal sorter, production, metal sorter. Okay, well, all right. Well, the thing is, a process. Okay, so yeah, all right. Okay, I don't have aluminium, so but once aluminium comes into play, this is going to be a problem because aluminium cannot be processed in the normal in the regular smelter. It can only take iron, copper, silver, gold, platinum, and lithium. And since I want to turn that into well, regardless of what it needs to be rolled into, the issue in my case is that I have to run it through the item smelter if I want the aluminum. Same with the silicone. And it's going to take iron and give me steel. But I don't want steel. Because or at least I want it split half and half. Because there are things that require regular iron. Or maybe the other machines make that unnecessary. I'll have to look. I have not looked down the line. So, like, I haven't looked at all the machines. Like, I've got the bar roller, and that's it because that's when I was making some steel. Because for a while I couldn't get coal for a while. So at that point, I was using it through I was getting the iron made. Okay, actually, you know what? If this is the case, this is not going to work. So I might as well return you to the inventory. And let's do this with the big boy. That's going to be faster. Maybe a slight angle down is not a bad idea here. Maybe that is what I need. Yeah, and it's part of the fun. It's just that I'm not at the stage where I want to spend time with that right now. Right now, like I said, right now my plan is cleaning up this so that my big boy can turn around without having to do 26-point turn. You know what? What am I doing? Let's empty the bucket. Because ultimately, it needs to go down that ramp there. That's where it's going to be working when I get to that again. Fine, you want to be above that. I'm a little amused that I'm having this stuff here. A little stubborn there. Maybe I should put the walls back. Nope, that's gonna get in the way. There is a lot of experimenting and testing stuff with the way I play. Mainly because that's basically where I'm at. I don't really know what I'm doing, so I play, I test, I figure stuff out. Remove that bump there. So I damn it. We're dealing with that right now. There we go. How far are you in your game, Poison? So then you say brand new company or still with the experience of the previous one? Same company. Okay. Yeah, you're too low. Really? Oh, I was going in the wrong direction. Okay. I'm gonna finish this pipe. I think this is. If I want this nice and demarcated, I'm gonna have to do this pipe. After that, we're gonna do more hand mining or blasted stone. Guess I did not level this here. And I definitely did not do it here. Blah. I have the space. Let's make use of it. Come on. There you go. What map are you playing on, Poison? Coal plant. Okay. Yeah. I haven't looked at that one. Yeah, okay, that didn't do much, but fine. This is literally my first game, so I'm on the Scandinavia map. All right, let's go down here. Believe it or not, this is coal. Nice and blue. Uh, damn it. I'm hoping we're going to get better splitters at some point. Not even splitter that not even sorters, just splitter that go in multiple directions. Because right now, the directionality of the splitters complicate things a little bit. Blasted stone is what it. Blasted rock is what it is. The iron is the iron is to the back. I it's not a hard rule, but as much as possible, I try not to buy any material. So I've mined layers. I've got a layer that gives me iron, another one that gives me copper. So if I need specific material, I have access to it. I like my systems. Okay, so that's going to be that. Okay. So if I do that, okay, there it is. I also enjoy the quiet of hand mining. It's nice and relaxing. Damn it. Did I not? Yeah, I did. Okay, so it just needs one. As much as it's a little bit annoying, I like being able to clip through the rock to get a sense of how things are. All right. There's the line. Hey, Akla, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You're doing fine. I'm glad to hear that. What are you up to today? Kinder is the only one who would play a game about mining with machines and do the manual mining. Well, um, I can't get blasted stone with my trucks yet, so I do it by hand. You're playing American Truck Simulator. Very cool. $2,000 in the hard economy mode. I hope that is enough to keep your company afloat. Quick job, you have no truck of your own. Well, then I hope it's enough to get your company started. or keep your company going. More loans will be open. Ah. So is that how the game progresses? You do individual you do job for other people until you can get the loan to start your own company or to get your first truck. Yeah, that's neat. Do you have to pay for your own fuel or do the other people pay for your fuel while you're working for them? I don't know how accurate that is. Are you in Europe or in the US? Because companies here are famous for passing along as many as the cost to their owner operators as they can. Wait, is this where it... No, I do. Okay, it ends where I get the the ceiling. Okay. Yeah, behind this wall is where the iron is. Which is why I'd walled it off, because the initial plan did not account for me touching iron. Because I got a good amount of that. But I think what I'm going to do is make this a indoor pit. So I'm going to mine everything I find. Oh, Akla, if you get a job transporting copper, remember it needs to be hugged. Come on, you haven't been on my stream with James asking for copper to be hugged? Really? Poison, James is a viewer of mine who likes copper. He was a redsmith. He's done some redsmithing, and so his thing is that copper needs to be hugged. But come on, Aklo, you've been here when James was on, and when I was mining copper. You've heard him say that, haven't you? You didn't remember. Ah. Well, now you know. You relearned doing it inside the cabin. What, can you do it from outside the cabin? Does the game let you do that? Oh, that's kind of cheaty. I was never able to walk out of a cabin. How dare they let you do that if I wasn't able to? I drove a semi. Driving a truck is just like driving a big car. I drove an 18-wheeler, and I'm embarrassed to talk about how long it took for me to understand why it was called 18-wheeler. Which, now that I know, makes me go, yeah, it's kind of obvious why. But, you know, I was younger. 18-wheel of steel. If I think if something had if it had been approached to me like an 18 wheel of something, I think I would have understood it better. But 18 wheeler, like I did not make the connection to the number 18 and the number of wheels. Like it just did not register. No, because it's not an actual wheel. I don't know why it's called a fifth wheel. That's one I've never learned. Mining the tiger forging swords and polluting the entire planet. Which tiger is playing Factorio? Or if you're referring to games I have played. I don't like driving games. I've never have. Even before, even car driving games. The only way I could see myself playing a driving game is if I had uh, uh, an actual rig, uh, like the proper driving stuff. Like if I had one of those, I could see myself uh, playing a driving game because it would be actual driving. But playing a driving game with a keyboard just doesn't work for me. And I'm not investing the money into a driving setup. I don't, I don't like driving games enough to be willing to spend money on something like that. As for driving trucks, I did that for a living. I don't want to do it for pleasure. And also, it also doesn't work properly to me. So, because a decent amount of stuff um, about driving trucks can't really be reproduced. Although maybe now they're better. I don't know. I haven't looked in a while. Let me ask you this: is there a rear view mirror in your truck? Well, actually, I know even a box truck would that would tell me something. Well, yeah, okay, there are mirrors, but is there a rear view mirror? Yeah, the one in the middle. Nope. Okay, well, at least they got that right. Um, in my early days of trucking, I can't tell you what game it was. I looked at a game that, yeah, a simulation game like that, and I just like I looked at it, I saw the rear view mirror, and I went, yeah, no, not touching. Even if I'd been interested, like that would have turned me completely off. And can be as arcade as it can be, or you can bump the simulation. Yeah. That's cool. And I've got nothing against it. Like, it's just not for me. Have I used a drill achievement on the excavator? No, I have not. I did not. I did not even know it was there. What does it do? It tells you what are. Oh, okay. You're carrying 70 kilos or pounds. Okay, that's cool. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on how big the truck is. It doesn't go down far. Well, there probably is another one that goes down deeper. I suspect that that will come into play a bit more. Uh, once, well, if they add tasks to the game, where somebody might want to reach something. Although I guess, like, I don't have aluminum or lithium, so maybe if I want to get that, which I may need to at some point, because I'm sure there are things that I don't have that will break down at some point that will need lithium or aluminum. So actually, I already know because I bought aluminum. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. Actually, is aluminum and lithium, are they in the game at this point, or is that something that's coming? Like, as in, is that stuff we can mine right now? Change kilos. 70 pounds would be about a little under 30 kilos. You think so? Okay, cool. Oh, you're in tons, not kilo. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So 31 ton versus 70 tons. Okay. 70,000. Oh, 70,000 pounds. Okay. I saw the K and I thought you'd started writing kilos and then went for pounds, and that you were now trying to give us the exact number. I did not realize that you were. Yeah, I didn't realize that you were talking about 70,000 pounds. There's articulated and near the truck. Not sure how to park that thing else. Okay, so articulated. So it parks more like a rig than a car. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen one of those. But does it have a fifth wheel? Like, is it a trailer attached to a truck, or is it one unit? Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, okay. If it's got a trailer, then yeah, clearly it's articulated. And I can't talk you through how to back one of these things. It's something that needs to be done in practice. It's honestly not something that can be told. Well, to be honestly, like if you know how to back a trailer, it's the same thing. At least it should be the same thing. Wait, how is it another set of moving parts? Okay, I'm confused here. I am clearly missing something, not getting something. Because it should be no different than driving a regular rig. Okay, yeah, sure. Oh, I see. It's got a second. Okay. All right. Now I see why. What's actually no? That should not be. This should all be. Oh, I see. This is a double attached. I don't know what the real name is. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. This would back up as a tandem. And I do not do tandems. I've never done tandems. Um, but okay, yeah, something like that. I can see how it would be difficult because the first part's going to want to drive like a regular trailer, but the second one's going to go in the opposite direction. So it gets really confusing to make the trailer. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that if you can manage, you don't back it up. If there's any way you can avoid backing that up, you do. You take advantage of it. The bank now, soon you'll be able to get a used truck. Congratulations. Although if you can buy a truck for 30K, I would be cautious. The mod takes that into consideration. The 30K Peterbilt is 3-star. Yeah. If it's going to be done properly, it should be used and not in great shape. Um, Basically, a good rig cost this is in the price point of a house. Those things are not cheap. Which is, well, that and the fact that I have no business sense is why I was always a company driver. I never did owner operator. I all the stuff to deal with in the overhead was just too much for me. Just like all I want to do is write. All I wanted to do was drive a truck. The business side of thing, I was more than happy to let somebody else deal with it. Just like writing, I'd be more than happy to let somebody else deal with the business side of it. Only I wrote stuff publishing house wanted. Publishing houses wanted. Does the roof collapse? You mean here? Not really. You might get some dirt falling down and that can ruin your finish, but there's no cave-ins if that is what you're asking about. Talked about simulation game trying to be too simulatory in the sense that you need to walk. Yeah. Well, okay. Let's be clear about something, Akla. I played it that way. The game starts you with $4 million. So if you want to start with the trucks, you start with the trucks. It was my decision to get rid of my money and start with just an axe. I wanted to play it that way. Well, you need to get the wood because it's the first craft, it's the first shapeable material you get. Uh, I mean, you could manage without wood, unless you're doing the quests, because you just mine down crookedly. Well, yes. Um, how if you've played the house flipper game, I really dislike that game for decisions like that they've made. Where like they literally have you change electrical boxes, and all that you have to do is click the screw. Like there's no puzzle to it. You're just doing utterly meaningless task. And they're all on the House Flipper 3, I think now. Ugh. Like I really don't understand why people even like the game. It's not even illusion at that point. It's pure lie. Like, give me a, put the cursor within those lines without going outside it kind of puzzle, or a flip the square until the circuit is done. There's a science fiction game that does that, where when you do repairs, you need to it's a puzzle. It's an actual puzzle, and you need to flip it to to build the circuit so that the circuit is repaired. Like, I don't care for the game, but at least that's gameplay. Yeah, I bought House Flipper thinking it would be a fun game, and it's utterly bland. It's utterly meaningless. Even trying to understand what the clients want in the bidding war doesn't make sense. Like, I made a conscious decision that I was going to convert a house for a student. So I listened to everything the student wanted, everything. And it went to somebody else. Somebody else outbidded. Yeah, I just went, okay, you know what? If I can't even play the game that way, what's the point? You played a little bit? Cool. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Yep. Not so much. Okay. Well, then I hope you did not spend too much money on it. All right. Well, hopefully 5,000. Oh, right. I wanted to do that. Put that there. There. Can I think? Oh, well, that's gonna be. I guess, honestly, I should probably. Oh, except I can't do it immediately that way because it. Um, I need to go down. Yeah, never mind. I'll figure something out. Hopefully 5,000, that's going to be 500 cement by the time it's done. Will be good. Yeah, there's gold in there's gold in them's machine. Need money. I can sell coal. I can sell coal. I probably won't need a lot of money though, because I suspect that this is gonna give me a decent. Yeah, I got 2 million. That should let me restructure my factory. Since you've got nothing in there, I'm going to put you here, and you're gonna take stuff. So I can put stuff. Ha! Oh, that is so bleeping amusing. I can put machinery in there. Oh, right. Right. So that's just five, so that's going to be 100 each. All right. Let's tear everything down. Okay, that gets ridiculous. If I can put my trucks in there, that gets ridiculous. This or some. Well, that's a great you put over conveyors or a hopper. Wow, 250 minutes. That's 4 hour, 10 minutes. Well, the timing is good because I need to end the stream here, which means that next weekend I am going to be working on rebuilding the factory. I'm probably going to move things. Maybe do it backwards because I would like to have all my silos one next to the other. So I might, instead of putting, instead of starting from the conveyor in. Thank you, Crazy Poison. Have fun as well. But yes, thank you, Poison. Thank you, Akla. Thank you, anyone else I may have missed. I will be back in about an hour. Me and Zorth will be playing Satisfactory, our shared game. So I hope to see you then. If I do not, I hope you have a good rest of the weekend, a good week when it arrives. And I will see you when I see you.